But as of right now, because of the illegal drivers and the CDLs that they issued, I didn't know what the hell was happening. I ran my company. I built my company. It was 10 years I was running it. And all of a sudden, the whole thing collapsed. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And I went through recessions. Well, I had a small operation as an owner-operator in 2011. I went through 16 recession. I went through 19 recession. And I was like, all right, it's another recession. I'll be fine. I was pretty heavy on cash.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, holy crap, it's not turning. 2 years into it, it's not turning. And I was like, you know what? I was lucky because a lot of my buddies that didn't make it just had to go bankrupt or shut the companies down. But I was able to actually sell it to a guy that I knew. So now I'm helping him. So my Chicago location became his location in Chicago. And then I'm a vice president of the multiple locations that he owns. So
cool.
It worked out, but I'm doing this.
Awesome.
I want to, train owner ops. I want owner ops to be better and better at trucking. And 90% of guys don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'll definitely join the school group, and I'm subscribed now to your YouTube, so I'll check it out. Because because my goal with this fitness thing is ideally I want to do it at least part-time and then go owner op and be able to do both. It's challenging because I'm working 70 plus hours a week with this company, and I'm trying to keep up with my own fitness. It'd be great if I could have a bit of flexibility and maybe sign on to Landstar eventually or something.
There are options. Obviously, it's a process, but I can tell you there is a lot of options. And there's companies that, depending on where are you from originally, Ramblin'? Where are you from?
So my legal residence is still from St. Petersburg, Florida. So I know that complicates things for some companies, but I work mainly on the West Coast now. I love out west, but I worked the East Coast and Midwest for pretty much my entire 6 years at Prime, so I'm familiar with it, but it's more peaceful out west.
It is.
But yeah,
it's just bad for business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unless you're a West Coast based, like we haul mostly lumber, so it's a pretty established flatbed company out here. But
I don't want to generalize all West Coast. I'm just talking about California. So
yeah,
California's terrible.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, so I have a better picture of, so you've been driving it for how long?
It'll be 7 years on, I think, February 21st.
February 21st, 7 years. Okay.
Yep. So a few weeks.
All right. So let me make some notes because I want to kind of tap into, I have questions prepped. So I want you to think about some stuff. You know what? I was going to send it to you, but let me just tell you what I have. So like the original question that I want to kick it off with was the turning point for you, right? Most people in the industry have the light bulb moment when they realize their health is at risk, right? So what was the specific moment for you, and how did you change the perspective? Like what was that light bulb moment for you is pretty much. And then the mental game, trucking is famously taxing on mental health and physical health. How your physical fitness changed your mental clarity is important to me because that was super helpful for me. I mean, when I started, kind of getting out of my depressive state and all the like shitty diet, that was a very big switch mentally for me, right? And then we're going to talk about the cab gym, what do you have going on in the cab, and nutrition.